It's not optimal, but it doesn't have to be optimal. It just needs to happen. For now, I had the option to not go live, and to be quite honest, I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about just not going live because it wasn't going the way that I was hoping it was going to go, so I was like, well, screw it. I guess I'll just not do it. But then I thought about, hey, what would Mike Needs a Plan say? What would that guy say? What would that absolute jerk say to me about not going live just because something didn't work the way I was hoping it would work? What if he did that? That would be pretty embarrassing, wouldn't it? So I just had to go about it the long way. I had to go about it the way that didn't feel fantastic and smooth and everything. But guess what? If I had done nothing instead, then nothing would happen, and I'd just be stuck here talking to myself. Hello from Wisconsin. Hi. Welcome. Yes. And of course, I'm always having to turn these little failures and hiccups into lessons, which is maybe something annoying about me. Mad Pixel, oh my goodness, I'm glad to see you. Hi, welcome. Amy Willow's here, shirtless Mike, which means Mike's feeling insecure. That's right. That's absolutely correct. Every time you see me shirtless, it's usually because I don't feel too great about myself, and so I'm making an effort to try to get more comfortable with just being shirtless and being the way that I am. Made some progress since you joined the last live. Tell me about it. One of many Ryans. Many Ryans. Sorry, I got the number incorrect. Tell me about your progress. And by the way, anyone watching on TikTok or Instagram, if you want your comment read for sure, pop on over to YouTube or Twitch. Either one, whichever one you prefer, I'd love to have you there. It's the best way for me to be able to see your comment. So, sometimes I'm not able to see comments if they're only on Instagram. Hello from Britain. Maybe I should start doing that each time I join. Just like Smitty and Ugoid. What's going on, buddy? And Bailey's here, too. Getting hi from Greece. Love you. Oh, my goodness. Well, I love you, too. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a whole lot. So if anyone's got some weight loss hang-ups they've got going on, or anything that's stopping you right now, I would love to work through that with you and talk about it. Panda Jinx, turn on my Twitch. Wasn't expecting a topless mic. I'm sorry. I know I'm sorry I'm shirtless at the moment, but one of the reasons I come on here and do this the way that I do it, it's not getting shirtless to get on here because I don't want to offend anyone necessarily, or not necessarily, I don't want to offend anyone at all, but like I've just been shirtless throughout my day, and the reason why is because I'm not feeling terribly comfortable with myself right now. So a lot of the time when I'm not feeling comfortable being shirtless or feeling comfortable with my body, I will take my shirt off as kind of like a screw you to the universe, and also to myself and to my body dysmorphia and everything that makes me feel uncomfortable. So, it's exposure therapy is what it is. Ryan says, long story short, you cut down on your alcohol consumption and left your old job and cut toxic people out, but now I've got new problems. I prefer new problems over old problems, to be quite honest. The problems that I have now, as mounting as they feel and as awful as they feel, I do prefer them over the problems that I had last year, for sure. And I prefer those over the problem. Well, no, I honestly, the problems last year, I kind of wished hadn't happened at all. But, I needed everything I experienced to get here to a point where I'm, able to do what I'm able to do now. Just wanted to say you're awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I mangled my deficit because of my former alcoholism, so how I fear I lost a lot of muscle and gained some fat as well, so it's a gray area now. So, really quick, I burned all of the muscle and all of the fat off of my body, starving myself for long periods of time. It was a really, really dark period of my life, and it has taken me 2 years now to build up from the other side and to try to recover from that. So if you're at a point where you recognize you've done some damage, you're also at a point where you can recognize that you can stop doing damage and you can reverse it and go the other way. working out and not losing weight. I've been plateaued at my weight at 350 pounds. So, first off, Stephen, congratulations. You've discovered maintenance, which is the thing I'm most proud of. I lost 110 pounds, but I'm most proud of keeping the weight off. The only difference between you and me is that you are not at a weight that you would like to maintain yet, and therefore you don't like the fact that you are there where you are. One day you're going to appreciate the ability to stay exactly where you are. Because I didn't have that for many years. What I had was up and down. I was very good at losing weight. A lot of you are good at losing weight. You don't feel that you're good at losing weight, but you are good at losing weight. What you're not good at is keeping it off, and you've conflated that with being bad at losing weight. You're fantastic at dropping weight when you want to. It's just a matter of keeping it off. So, good news. If you've been there for about a month and you're there at 350 pounds, also, good job working out. Great thing to do. Yeah, if you've been there for about a month, you don't have to do much to tip that scale there. You know, you're obviously not eating in a surplus, so you're not gaining much of anything. You may have to just do nothing. That's one option. If you're 350 pounds and losing weight and you've been in the gym constantly, you're probably putting on muscle and losing a little bit of fat. So we need to look towards our non-scale victories. Are your lifts going up? Are you getting stronger in the gym? Do you feel better? Are you having a better time bending over and picking things up? That was really hard for me for a long time. What's getting better for you? What do you think true love is, Mike? What's your interpretation? I don't think it's one singular thing. It's a very complicated emotion. I mean, there are people that, you love several people through your life, and, whether that be significant others or, familial connections or friends or kids that you have. Love is different for everybody and to everybody. I don't think there's one specific thing. I think it's more of a spectrum than anything. So, what is my interpretation? I think love is up for interpretation. It's not the question I was expecting, nor the answer I was expecting, but I put it out there. I think either A, bulk up and retain the muscle and gain some more fat, unfortunately, or super deficit and be small and don't know which would suit more. Definitely muscle gain. 100%. I don't regret at all putting fat back on, because I was terribly weak and cold and sad, and I didn't look good, that's for sure. But I was skinny. Oh boy, I was skinny, and people would ask me, "How'd you do it?" It's, well, all you have to do is hate yourself and stop eating and walk 10 miles a day, and then you too will be able to see your ribs through your shirt. Not a great look. I am 3 days binge-free as of now, which I know is not very long, but considering I binged for 6 days straight, I'm taking that as a win. I remember back in my day when a day would go by without a binge. That was a huge victory for me. Also, Sean, hi there. Glad to see you. A single day without a binge would have been a marvelous achievement. And not this week. I don't think I'm going to do it this week because I've got an interview with Dr. Sarah Ballantyne that's going to be coming out. It's really fantastic. But this journal here, I was looking through my old stuff and I found something really interesting that I shared in a live stream a few days ago, which you can get on YouTube if you missed it. All the replays are there. I think they stay up for about a month. On the other end, I'd feel more confident, skinnier. Well, let's talk about that. But I wouldn't be able to play rugby, and I'd never enjoy food, nor enjoying a few drinks with the team. So considering what you said, I think I'll bulk up. Yeah, you won't enjoy it. It's like I'm 6'3". I don't know what your measurement system is, kilograms or pounds, if you're playing rugby. But I myself, I was 155 pounds at 6'3", which, to my international audience, very tall and very skinny. Like, not healthy at all. Those are not healthy measurements in any capacity. I have spent 2 years very slowly and meticulously putting weight back on. And yes, it was terrifying at first when I recognized I was going to have to put on fat, to put on muscle, but at the same time, I was dying. Let me pull up this picture. I was very unhealthy, but I was skinny, and that's what I had always looked for. I was looking into being skinny. I wasn't looking into being healthy. I wasn't looking into being in shape. I just wanted to be skinny, and it didn't matter what cost that came at. This right here, you can see on the left there, I'm 155 pounds and just not doing well. And then over there on the right, I'm 170 something right there. I've put on muscle. It's hard to see that image there, but the difference in health is what I'm looking for. You don't want to be skinny. Nobody here wants to be skinny. Not like that. What you want is to have less fat on you. What you want is to be more confident. What you want is to be more energetic and stronger and look better. And skinny doesn't mean better, necessarily. Obviously, at 265 pounds, that's not going to be it either. Not for me. For some people, possibly. But, for me, I had too much that I didn't like, and I wanted to get rid of it. So I did, but I went about it the wrong way, and it just wasn't a great thing. Yeah, my guy, if you want to play rugby, you need to eat. Yeah, I think rugby is kind of like a football, but for men instead of little boys. American football, anyway. Yeah, I think rugby is just like a more difficult version of that. I am losing fat steadily and in a healthy manner, but haven't been able to deal with the muffin top. Is there something that I'm missing here? Yes, time. You're just missing time. That's all. It's the one factor that we can't control in this whole thing. And it's, in fact, the most important factor. It is the factor that is the most frustrating of everything. There's not a thing you can do about it other than just keep going. If you're losing weight steadily and in a healthy manner, you're doing just fine. Also, that all being said, I myself have a tiny bit of a muffin, so to speak. Because that's just pants. Pants will do that. You take your pants off, it's no longer a muffin suddenly. The context in which it is provided will determine what the shape is. Yeah, American football is a baby version of rugby since you have a bunch of armor that gives you more injuries and then maybe 9 plays to make. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Get back to me when you can play a sport for more than 12 seconds at a time. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's. I don't know anything about rugby other than the fact that it's just more intense. Hey, Brenda, what's going on? Hi. Well, are you my Brenda or are you a different Brenda? Hey, I'm catching a stream finally. Well, either way, fantastic. I'm glad for you. I'm glad that you're here. Sean says unexpected perk from last week of losing 55 pounds so far. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on, Brenda? Fantastic that you're here. I can't wait until I can finally. I'm gonna have to get another program because Streamlabs is awful. But I want to have an option for the Discord members to come in and chat with me on a call feature. So and if that was the case, I'd be asking you to come on right now. But Sean says unexpected perks from last week of losing 55 pounds so far. I had an IV put in on the first try for the first time ever and didn't need to contrast at my stress echo yesterday. Wow. That's fantastic. How did you feel about that? I know, yeah, when we're a little bit bigger, it tends to be more difficult. Though I myself have been told that I have really good veins. It hasn't helped me anywhere except getting needles. Can't put it on a resume. Ritwik Singh, thank you so much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that a whole lot. I'm going to journal the advice you gave, but do look into your local rugby clubs to support. I really hope that rugby picks up properly in America. I'm not the person that you want on a rugby team. I would drag everybody down. Maybe I could be a football player because football is easy. Oh, your veins are just deep. Yeah, you mean buried, but I appreciate that. Oh, good. Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. You have a good bone structure, though. Like, what's that supposed to mean? What do you mean I have a good bone? Which, by the way, I've never heard that because I don't have a good bone structure. I have the bone structure of like a 6-year-old child who grew up to be a very tall adult man. And fat didn't look good on top of it, and skinny didn't look good on top of it. I'm trying desperately against God's will to put muscle on right now, but we're getting there. Everybody, what are the backhanded compliments that you have heard in your time, either being heavier or losing weight? I'll mention one right here. I think that sort of everyone has dealt with, and that is, "You look so good now." You look so good now. Oh, look at you. You look so much better. You look great after all that weight loss. Like, okay. I know it's coming from a good place. I know that it's not meant to be backhanded and callous, but you know that we all know how that reads, right? It hurts a little bit. It's like, oh, well, thanks for confirming how I felt about me that whole time. Oh, Kate says, "You always yo-yo your weight." Yeah, you're always going up and down and up. Has someone ever mentioned that to you? Nobody's ever mentioned that to me. Oh, that's rough. Because even worse, one of the things I'll often say is that, you know, the only thing worse than being big is losing weight and then being big again. Which is why we do things the way we do things here, by losing weight slowly and steadily so it doesn't come back. But man, I've never had somebody mention to me that it's, "Oh, you got fat again." Or it's always a matter of getting scared. You know, honestly, I maybe almost slightly appreciate that person more than the person who just compliments the wins. Because it's like, all right, at least you see everything. At least you're not bullshitting me, at least. How would I like to be complimented? I would not. If you could just not compliment me, I'd appreciate it. You look so much healthier now. No, I look thinner. I made myself sick. I do not look healthier. Yeah, when I was 155 pounds, I was not healthy. I was not healthy at all. But I got, the first time I'd ever gotten compliments on my body in my life was when I was 155 pounds. And I didn't feel good about myself. I felt very weak. I felt very small. And, you know, looking back at that and seeing all those comments that I got, it was people really that were asking me, like, how can I do the same thing? How could I also look like you? And, you know, I didn't quite have the verbiage to tell them at the time that this is really not the thing you want. Are you here working out every day? Ooh. Good for you. All right, so on the topic of backhanded compliments, somebody walking up to somebody who may be bigger at the gym and saying, like, "Good for you. I'm so proud of you coming out here today." Like, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up. That's awful. Bigger people are not an inspiration just for moving their bodies. Shouldn't be pulling inspiration from people that are heavier. Like now, if they are posting a video or something like that where they're like, you know, "Hey, look at all this progress I've made. Cool. Congratulations. Awesome." But someone just simply being larger in a larger body at the gym is not in itself inspiring. That's just a human being doing the same thing you're doing at the gym, which is working out. I don't know. I've got some words on this that aren't coming out the proper way. But it just really bothers me a whole lot when we consider, like, it's backhanded. You're not saying it's like I'm inspiring for being at the gym because I'm in a body that you already feel to be visually acceptable. So nobody ever says, "Oh, look at you, you're such an inspiration." Like, I just am what people would consider to be like regular or something, which that's not true either. There's not one regular type of body. Hey, Sarah's here. Hey, what's going on? I've talked to my plastic surgeon. Turns out I can look like you for a few easy payments. We're going in the opposite way. It's like, you are so hot that I would surgically like to look like you. But yes, howdy, Sarah. I'm glad to see you. Try not to say it comparatively. "You look great. What have you been up to?" shows interest and curiosity versus "you look great now," or "you look better, you look thinner," etc. Yeah, that's a great one right there. In terms of, you know, offering compliments and such, I personally just avoid commenting on people's bodies at all until they mention it. and then we can talk about it. And normally I won't even say, like, you look good or something like that. Like, I will just ask about what it is that they're doing. Otherwise, why should I mention it? It doesn't enhance the conversation at all. It's not going to make them comfortable. Most of the time when people in my life ask me for weight loss advice, they don't want to hear the weight loss advice. They want to hear that I have a magic secret that they can employ, which is why I have a very firm stance on not working with, close friends or relatives one-on-one. Like, I'll offer them a quick thing, of advice or whatever, but for the most part, they know where to find me online. They know where my videos are every day. If they're not willing to go and do their own research, there's a solid shot they're not going to take my advice one-to-one. So there's just not a reason to engage like that. It's not going to matter. Still proud of Amy Willow for having 3 whole days. And obviously, I know, like, it doesn't feel like a whole bunch, but back in my day, there were times where I could not have given you a 3-day stretch of time where I didn't binge. So, like, the fact that I know that my last one was in August, and then before that I have no idea, is a goddamn miracle. You'll all get there. That's why I teach things the way I teach things. It's a good day now that there's a live going. Otherwise, it's a shit day. Oh, Sarah, shoot me a message if you want to talk about it. I'm here. How do I lose 5 pounds in 30 seconds? The sugar-free gummy bears are major help. I don't know if anyone's had the sugar-free gummy bears. Smitty has offered the table saw. That could work too. Ink Sun 1, hi. First-time chatter. Hey there. I went to the gym today. It was a big thing for me. Last year, I finally found the courage to go, and my biggest fear happened. Someone laughed at me and called me fat. I had an anxiety attack. Didn't go again for a long time, but I have a friend to go with now. Holy shit. That's so, like, if ever that happens to anybody here, if somebody makes fun of you at a gym, gyms are usually really good about kicking people out for that. Like, Joey Swole certainly makes it happen, but you can also make it happen. Or you can let your buddy Mike know, and then we will call them out. I'll make a video about it, and I'll call them out. I've got not a Joey Swole type of audience, but I've got a big enough audience where we could maybe pressure somebody into kicking someone out of a fucking gym, because that's not somebody who should be at the gym. It should be a zero tolerance policy. You make fun of somebody at the gym, you should not be there, because clearly you're not working out, you're not doing strength exercises. You're not utilizing the gym for what it's for, so why are you there? Go do something else with your time. I had someone tell me, you move so fast now, this weekend while setting up a book signing. I wasn't sure how to take it, so I said thank you. Yeah, people come up with the weirdest shit. Like, I can't handle compliments at all anyway, but especially, like, weird ones, like people who are more inclined to hand out compliments like that, unsolicited, usually come up with some weird ones like that. Kate has come over to the Twitch chat. By the way, Instagram, I would love for you to come over to Twitch or YouTube, where I'm able to see a little bit better down this way. Instagram is a failing platform. I'm treating it as if it were a rescue mission right now, trying to get everyone over to my YouTube page, trying to get everyone over to the Discord page. If you're not on the Discord page yet, which I think everyone on Twitch right now is, so you don't need this. But to anyone over on Instagram, if you would like to immerse yourself among people who are doing the stuff that you would like to do and achieving the things you'd like to achieve, I would love to invite you to come over to Discord and tag me when you get there. Let me know and let everyone know that your friend Mike invited you there. Let's keep on keeping on. We could start working out together in the Discord voice chat. You would hate working out with me in a voice chat, because I'm just like, no, I don't want to start making noises, because I know Ugoid's going to tell me when's the OnlyFans dropping. Just wholesome, heavy breathings. Push to talk. Oh, all right, that could be good. Help me, techie ones. How do I get a Twitch notification? I just set up notifications with Zilch. I have no idea that's going to be somebody else's department. When discussing the injections, my grandfather said, well, if it stops you from eating, you better take that seriously, and laughed in my face. How about we sew his fucking mouth shut? That'll stop him from eating. Stop him from fucking talking, too. Ah, damn, what a piece of shit. Always with the shirt off now, when before you said you would never do that. Yes, you see, now I'm openly sort of throwing my insecurities in the face of the universe that tries to shut me down and tell me not to. Anytime I feel insecure about my body, I will spend the day shirtless. And it's just like an exposure therapy type of thing. I don't feel terribly comfortable right now. I don't feel very good with my shirt off, but the more time I spend with my shirt off, the better, I suppose. It's also, just sort of to let everybody know, like, hey, I'm not recovered yet. I don't think there's a point where I will be recovered. I think it will just always be I am recovering. I'm always getting better. I'm always doing great. Some of you have heard me say that I am not a success, I am successful, which I truly believe. And before anyone says, no, you're a success. No, I appreciate the idea of successful more than I appreciate the idea of success. Success has an end point. Success has something where it's like, it's over, it's done. Hold up. Success has an end point. Success has a beginning and an end. You happy, buddy? I can't get banned for that, right? I mean, it's down there. You don't know what's going on, but success has an end point. Okay, when I succeed at something, it's just like, okay, cool, I'm there. I did it. I did everything I had to do. And now what? What happens now? But if I am successful, if I continue on, and I am successful constantly, yeah, there can be some failures in there. There can be some extra stuff that's not necessarily positive. Next time he'll charge. Can I charge here? I don't think I did anything worth charging for. Hey, I didn't get an alert that this restarted, but now I'm back. Hi, friends. Hey, hi, what's going on? Don't worry, you didn't miss anything, I promise. Nothing interesting happened. You want to know my prescription? I don't know what my prescription is. Is that near the camera? My prescription is thick. Is it possible? Hold on. I would like to go to my Instagram. Can I make this happen? Or is that not possible? Damn. Okay, it's not possible. Anyway. How many C's? About 500 C's. I'm going to have to get some kind of moderator on Instagram. Oh, wait. No, I can only report it. I can't ban somebody. Hate speech? Does that do it? Oh, okay, I can block. Cool. Oh, no, I just lost Instagram. Okay. Or did I? I have no idea. No, we're back. We're on Instagram. Okay. I just had to ban somebody. What kind of trash? It wasn't even trash. It was just like very low quality bait. It said, would you rather watch a tree grow and then, your knee? Would you like to see that grow? You could put those two syllables together and figure out what this person was trying to. And it was a person without a profile picture, so it's like it's not worth getting angry about. But it's like that's not a person that I need who's just trying to do like low level bait. That all being said, if somebody comes in with a good bit and I appreciate a good troll. I really do. Like, genuinely speaking, it's some people who used to. Oh, by the way, TikTok. If anyone's here from TikTok, I'm not able to see the comments there. I would love for you to pop over to Twitch or YouTube. But I used to get trolls all the time when I would do my TikTok live streams. And I would play along with the bit because they were fun. But like lame ones like that, it just sucks. It's boring. Oh no, big spoder on my floor. Will you block us if we start talking about pickles? Hold on, can I block somebody on Twitch? Is that possible? Can we make that happen? You should stand up so it sounds more serious. If I stand up, I'm going to get shadow banned harder than I already am shadow banned. Apparently, I have kid-safe chat settings for some reason. Pretty funny how... It's censoring words? I don't want that to happen. I want everyone to be able to say whatever they want. It's not good. Yeah, I would like to... I thought I turned it off, but I guess maybe I didn't. Or does everyone have to turn it off? Manage moderation settings? I'm going to leave Instagram. Hey, Instagram, if you're still watching, pop on over to YouTube or Twitch. Otherwise, we're done here. Be kind to yourself. Is it possible? Can I even do it? There we go. I'm also going to get off of TikTok. There we go. Let me just make certain that we don't have Instagram up. I don't need it. I genuinely don't need it. Okay. Looks like we're still live. We are still live. How do I shut it off? I closed it. Okay. Never mind. Okay, well, Instagram, you can still see me. It's fine. You're not concerned. What did you get up to today? Cub Travy, let's go over here. Love your videos and advice. What's the secret to being consistent? I constantly start and stop and cannot figure out how to be consistent. Any tips? Okay, so I want you to answer me a question right now. What are you trying to be consistent with? And I don't mean like the overarching goal. I don't mean the thing that you're trying to do, like, you know, with weight loss. What is the actual method towards weight loss that you're taking and trying to be consistent with? That is my question to you. From there, we can answer some other questions. But what did I get up to today? I filmed a few videos. I filmed some stuff that I'll be putting out here in the next couple of days. I'm working on a group coaching thing, which I'm hoping by the end of the week I'm able to launch the details and the signups. So if anyone's interested in a smaller group coaching, I think I'm going to limit it to like 15 to 20 seats. That's going to be available to you shortly. Really excited to launch that. So if you're interested there, join Discord or the Instagram broadcast channel, because I've been talking about it on either one. So that's going to be there. But if you have any questions about it, let me know. Logging my food every day. Okay, so you're having trouble with logging your food every day or staying consistent with it. All right, so how are you logging your food right now? What is the method by which you are logging? I would love it if I could end this. There we go. All right. Instagram is done. Yeah, fuck you, Instagram. Fantastic. I have a question. I don't know if you saw earlier in the group chat, but I was asking about protein going on my bulk in 2 weeks, and I don't know how much protein I'll need, and I know you won't over-exaggerate how much. It's... When it comes to bulking, it's not a gargantuan task. It's not... You don't need to be eating 2,000 calories over your maintenance to do it. It's just going to be a matter of getting like an extra 300 to 500 calories and going very slowly up and up and up over many months. I've decided to I'm doing a quick cut here just to get like, a little bit of extra fluff off, and then I'm going into a bulk for the remainder of the season. So I'm going to put on some fat. I've just kind of gotten comfortable with the fact that, like, yeah, there's going to be some heft that I haven't seen in a while, but I really would like to put on muscle in a way that I haven't before, and I've never committed to a bulk long enough to make that happen. So it's in terms of protein, it's not even going to be so much like getting. If you've got your protein in check, 100 grams, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know how tall or how active you are. It's going to be a matter of like, are you getting your complex carbs? Are you getting enough fats? Are you getting enough dietary fats? That's really important on a bulk. But also, really, the most important part of the bulk is going to be: are your lifts going up? Are you getting stronger? You use lose it. Okay, so you are tracking your calories right now. I would assume there's probably a macro aspect of that, Cub Travy. What if I told you that the way that I started tracking food was just simply writing it down? There were no calories, there was no protein, anything like that. It was just whatever I had, I wrote it down. And then once I got good at that, I stopped tracking food entirely, and I started using the stock calculator app on my iPhone. That's what I did. I didn't really even know about MyFitnessPal. I didn't know about anything in that regard. It's the gram per centimeter of height generally for protein. So that number tends to be a little bit higher than most people really need or want. Especially when you get taller. Like, I don't need 190 centimeters for my height. I don't need 190 grams of protein to be healthy. There's just no science to dedicate to, or not dedicate to. There's no science to confirm that I need that much. Really, anybody needs that much. But like, most people aren't cracking 100 right now, which is why I'm like, just start there. Work up from it. Like, you're not going to hit your protein goals. If you're eating like 60 grams of protein a day, it's not going to get to the point where tomorrow you're going to hit the amount of protein you need. Just start working up and then get back to it, and we'll figure out where you need to go from there. Why are we talking about spiders? 5'5" and getting around 20K steps a day along with weightlifting. Holy shit. Well, first off, no wonder you feel like you need to eat more. Because you're basically training, like for a marathon in a sense. Are you binging, or are you just not eating enough through the day to the point where you're like ravenously hungry? Mike, any Rex for not feeling like shit when an injury keeps you from movement? Did you get hurt? Also, what movement? There have been times where I've hurt myself and I'll just do a different movement that doesn't activate that muscle. That all being said, I also understand that by not pushing myself, I'm going to be able to do the movements I'd like to do sooner. So that always makes me feel better about stuff. Why did I not just get a notification for my 5 o'clock call? What happened there? Give me a second. This is important. No, it's still there. I don't know why that is. Okay. Any Rex for not feeling like... Yeah, that's going to be... What I said. I have planned my meals, and that gives me a good balanced day. 150 grams of protein, good carbs and fats, and a bit of chocolate to keep me sane. Just wasn't sure if 150... Yeah, 150 is more than enough. You're fine. I'm off now. Feel free to DM me. My stakes up his underwear. I don't know. If I took off my underwear, I think I'd be banned, wouldn't I? Or does Twitch not do that? Shh. Nobody tell him. This feels really vulnerable. I'm like, do I have a second webcam somewhere that's like streaming below my desk somehow? I should have done a thing where I was like, hey, if I can hit a certain number, oh, my window's open. Anyhow, no, I'm definitely binging 6,000 calories. Yeah, I don't want to say like it's not a binge so much as it's like, are you getting enough food through the day? Are you eating enough that like, you're not gonna stop that from happening? He's gonna be so pissed he missed. Oh, he's back. He came back. Yeah. Oh, guys, this is off topic, but I'm making chicken tacos. I'm super excited. Can I come over? I think I might have to lay low for a little bit. I don't want to get in trouble. This is escalated quickly for sure. Because today I woke up not feeling confident in myself. I feel like, I need to take my shirt off so that I'm like, I can work through the what's it called? The exposure therapy part of this, where I'm like, just getting better and feeling more comfortable with myself. And now I'm live streaming on the internet naked. This is great exposure therapy. I think this is indecent exposure therapy is what this might be. Yes. I meant my hike. My hike was for charity, not Mike getting it. Oh, hold on. What? I missed something. I didn't like the eye contact. Don't worry, Amy Willow. I didn't like it either. Why do they censor everything, including underwear? I'm lost now. This feels like an After Dark stream where something crazy happens and I can't stay on topic anymore. Oh. In case you're joining me here for the first time, I lost 110 pounds, but I'm most proud of keeping the weight off. But together we can do the same thing. I'm getting distracted, but a charity hike sounds great. Well, don't let me distract you. Get out and do whatever you got to do. Hopefully we've still got connection there. Yeah, a charity hike does sound fantastic. Let's do it. But yeah, if you got to do stuff, there's nothing interesting happening here anymore. We've far surpassed this being educational. I'm proud of you keeping the underwear off. Well, I lost 110 pounds, but I'm most proud of keeping it off and keeping all of my clothes off. I would do a Mike Needs a Plan charity hike. Who would fly out for a Mike Needs a Plan charity hike? I don't know what kind of charity money we'd make. Maybe it's just a meetup. How far are you all willing to travel to do a meetup? Well, Sarah, you're close, so you could make it. But I don't think I would want to do it in Texas. I'd want to do it in a place where walking outside is reasonable. But two, maybe a place where things actually look nice, because everything here is ugly as hell. But if we determined a place to go, maybe Canada, come to Alberta. Okay, what if we all go to Canada? I need to get a new passport. Sedona. Okay, we've got a call for Sedona. Alberta. Bailey, could you make it to Alberta? Because I know you're up there in Canada too. Maine. Okay, Maine's a nice one. Yeah, you can't be outside right now in Houston. Yeah, me and Sarah are also in Texas, and it's really bad here. I wouldn't want to do a hike this way. I'm going to have to put up some kind of poll in the Discord, because it would be really great if we could do some kind of meetup, maybe in early 25 or something like that. that 5 to 10K I'm trying to get Misty and Candace up for. Where is that? Which one is it? Because we could, I could just text both of them. Be like, hey, let's make it happen. Oh, Sedona. Okay. I'm going to be quite honest here. I don't know where Sedona is. Oh, Arizona. Jesus Christ. Arizona? In what time period? I would melt. I already live in the desert. I don't want to hike in a different desert. By time period, I mean like, what century? Because not this one. It's too hot. Sedona is beautiful, but I want it to be less hot. Yeah, I can't do hot. I don't want hot. How does Alberta handle it? Or what temperature is Alberta in different times of the year? Arizona feels less hot because it's so dry, but it's wet here. It's real wet. Everybody come to Greece. Okay, I don't know what the temperature is there either. We've got Finland. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. All right, so if it's dry, then maybe that helps. I don't know. But I go from this color to the red that's behind me right now very quickly. Ontario. Okay, Greece is also on the bucket list. Finland is not hot. Okay, so we finally have somebody telling us that it's not hot. Summer is the worst time for heat, and it only gets up to around 80 to 88. Well, is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? I know you're in a place where they might do Celsius. Christmas hike. How long of a hike you talking? I don't know. Now, Amy Willow, you and I, we might be able to walk a little bit longer than some people that may attend. I don't know what the length would be. I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's something that is important to consider. I did a meetup last year, and I was with a few people that were not quite prepared for the length of the walk that we took. So I don't I don't know. This is something that we'd have to all confer about and figure it out. Well, if you won't be able to attend, what if we do the walk near you? What if we all fly out to Britain and have it there? That reminds me, my non-scale win of the weekend was that I finally watched Back to the Future for the first time. Yes! Yes! You've watched the best movie ever made. How'd you feel about it? How was it? We're gonna have to have a conversation about. I would reach over and grab one of my DeLoreans, but unfortunately, if I stand up, if I stand up, bad things will happen. Hold on. You guys can still hear me, right? Are we back? We can still see me? You can still see me? No, or you can still see what happened. I hope you couldn't see me because I was exposed. I'm nervous to come back up. How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? I'm having a panic attack. Well, see, now I don't know if you guys are just lying. 64, 11, none. They're all down. Cool, because I'm standing up in front of my camera right now, fully exposed. And I know that if my camera was on, I would have gotten all sorts of insane messages about it. I'm like, best live stream also. Is this the best live stream? The stakes just keep raising. Hold on. I have I forgot I have a screen that's like, hey, we'll be right back soon. Does that help? What if it's so chaotic. This is the kind of this is the kind of thing that ends up on TMZ. No, I'm not okay. I'm not even slightly okay. We finally got what we asked for. Yes, you finally got what you asked for, and it wasn't that great, was it? You thought this was a weight loss live stream. I too thought it was a weight loss live stream. I thought it was too. That's not been the case. Ugh. Does anyone have any questions about weight loss? Is anybody stuck? Is anybody trying to level up and they don't know how to level up? We usually get more actual weight loss talk before the enablers. This one will not be on the replay. I don't think. Oh. I've got my emotional support DeLorean here next to me. This one's from the first movie. You can tell because, well, there's a couple of ways you can tell. If you look in the back there, it's still got the plutonium chamber, which was obviously, one of the big plot points. It gets to 1955. One plutonium bar equals, or a container will, equal one trip. So you get there to 1955, and they don't sell plutonium at every corner store in 1955, and I'm sure in 1985, they're going to have that everywhere. So in the second movie, they've got the Mr. Fusion on top of there, which you can just put trash into. So that's one of the things that'll tell you. Also, the out of time license plate. The second and third movie have that neat little the scanner there. The out of time license plate's only in the first movie. But this right here, this much larger thing. I think I've watched this movie once when I was 15. What? You got to watch it again. I probably watched it 15 times this week. Mike, when losing a lot of weight, that didn't come through. No, this is actually a really okay. Hold on, I'm going to answer this question for real, because this is a weight loss question that also has to do with what's happening right now. Mike, when losing a lot of weight, does your Willy Schlong look bigger, or was yours always that big? So, it has not. This is the way that I used to describe it. People, for whatever reason, stopped asking about it. But I will explain. When a turtle sticks its neck out of its shell, has the neck gotten longer, or has more of the turtle's neck been exposed? That's it. It doesn't grow. It's just that more of the turtle has revealed itself. I love when you tap into an autistic person's hyperfixation. Yeah, I've seen this movie a lot of times, a whole lot of times. Do you have to mentally prepare your girlfriend for these lives? No, she doesn't. I don't think she's even particularly a fan of what I do. She doesn't sit through this garbage like you guys are willing to. I don't know why you guys are watching. But crazy how they thought the future would have hoverboards, and we still can't even tell if milk is good for you or not. For real, that's legitimately. What was I saying? What if she just walks in right now? Well, she's at work, but if she were to walk in right now, I'm sure she would just be like, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Just move along. All right, okay, we're getting thinking of Schrodinger's penis. Also a small non-skill victory. I'm back to doing art. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Fantastic. You got to share some of that because I'd love to see it. Can we all share some non-skill victories real quick? Is that possible? Everybody, I'll be right back. Share some non-skill victories with me. Okay. Everybody, I expect non-skill victories as soon as we're back. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Putting a lot of trust into that piece of paper, Mike. I'm putting a whole hell of a lot of trust. Imagine the paper just drops. Oh no. What happened? Yeah. We're back. Oh, why was I putting my earbuds in? I don't need that. Yeah, I wasn't wasn't feeling too good. I needed that. Let's see. Non-skill victory turned a single ice cream yesterday into 3 separate servings across multiple days. I'll tell you this: as much as I used to completely overconsume ice cream. Purple Cow, hi! Glad to see you over on YouTube, and thank you for testing my YouTube chat. I didn't know it was working. But yes, I used to eat 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's a night. It was real bad back in my day. So, but also, like, I have this thing where anytime I eat too much ice cream, I start spitting it up like a baby. So, like, my body clearly doesn't want it. I honestly, at a certain point, I'm just, like, eating it because it's in front of me. So it's like, I don't see the necessity for eating that much ice cream all in one sitting. That all being said, I fucking love ice cream. You guys know how I feel about a brownie and a scoop of vanilla with some hot fudge on it. Okay, but, like, we don't need that much. You're doing a mitzvah. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. That means a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. Thank you, Sarah. I laughed watching a show yesterday. I'm proud because I wasn't able to do that before. Ooh, that's a good one. There have been moments in my life that have been, very silent, so to speak. So, laughter is really, just getting to laugh as I have here on this stream has been really good. Kate, thank you for sticking around. Why is Mike wearing clothes again? Because Mike didn't feel too comfy without the clothes on. Wasn't feeling very good. Non-skill victory. I didn't think I'd be naked on the internet. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. My non-skill victory is I made it onto a stream. When I say back in my day, Amy Willow, I mean like back when I was heavier. It's oftentimes when I say that, that's what I mean. I'm not particularly what somebody would consider to be old, I guess. But also I wouldn't expect to have ever been this old. There were a bunch of times over the years that I hit ages that I had assumed I would have either been dead or chosen to be dead. There were a couple of situations in which it almost happened. So the fact that I'm 30 right now has far blown past all the expectations I ever had for my lifespan. Incredible that I'm here right now. I just get the tiny little Bluebell servings for kids. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool. Yeah, little cups. I don't know if I can consider this a victory or not. I can already tell you this is a victory. A bit cliche, but I recently started admitting to myself that I'm pretty the way I am. That's not tiny. That's huge. That's honestly more than most of the victories that I've had, to be quite honest. Like, just as much work as I've done and as much, being kind to myself as I've done. The reason I'm shirtless right now is some of you were here when I had told everyone earlier, and some of you know that anytime I'm on here shirtless, there's a reason for it. It's not just because I'm trying to be comfy. It's because I was uncomfortable, not physically, but mentally. And I'm trying to force myself to be better about it. So for you to get to say, like, yeah, I look good. is really big. It's a big thing. Good job, everyone. I'm so proud of you all. I'm proud of you, Bailey, and I'm proud of everybody here right now. Send the quote to TMZ right now. Which quote? Which one? I've only said awful things. I think they taste better maybe because the package isn't open and sitting in the freezer. Oh, maybe. But also, like, having the right amount of something always tastes better to me anyway. Getting naked on the internet. Just another Monday for Mike. I didn't think I'd be naked on the internet. Okay, we'll go for real now and summon me back when the paper needs to fall before he finishes closing up. I put a lot of faith in the deactivation button because I was like, I need to know for sure, and if it's not, then we're going out in a blaze of glory here, and everyone's gonna see my dick and balls. Gee, I do the same when I eat ice cream. What is that about? And I love ice cream. Just thought my body was weird as my soul, but just turns out there's two of us. I don't know. It's just like there's a certain amount of ice cream that I have that's just not great. Non-scale victory for the last 2 weeks allowed my picture to be taken for the first time in years pre-COVID, actually. Wow. That's huge. And, I mean, a lot of you know, you've heard me say you deserve to be documented. My career now hinges on telling the story of a person who essentially doesn't exist. Because I just... hold on. Sure. You know, because it doesn't fucking exist. Because there's just no pictures of him. And the fact that I found this journal right here in a period where I definitely didn't have any pictures of myself is just astounding to me. Because it's like, oh, cool. There's a record that he was here. There's proof that he lived at a certain point. And I wish I had all the uncomfortable pictures and all the pictures I didn't like and everything, because at least it can just prove that I was there. There's a lot of situations I can't prove that I was in. I'm a ghost. I'm telling the story of a ghost. Strawberry yogurt is one of the most upsetting things on the planet. Interesting. Real talk yogurt always makes my mouth taste weird and feel funny. I don't think I've had that before. You work with / sell ice cream for a living. Hold on. Did you all know that they proved ice cream is just as healthy as yogurt from a fellow yogurt hater? Well, it's all just, it's sugar. In a lot of commercial yogurts, it's basically the same amount of sugar that you'd get in ice cream anyway. And I know that sugar is obviously the main concern for a lot of people. What is everyone's favorite ice cream? I'll tell you, there's a dessert restaurant around here, and there's the cake that I get most of the time that I go there. It's like this triple layer chocolate cake, and there's a side of Irish cream ice cream, which I'd never had before, but boy, is that good. That's real good. I wish I could get about half that cake and twice the amount of ice cream, but they don't serve it that way. That one's good. Oh, Jace, I love you too. Thank you for being here. It's just that there are some thoughts you have grown up with, so that's all you really know. So just thinking that maybe you're not as bad as you think you are feels kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me. Sorry. Hey, don't you be sorry. We don't do unnecessary apologies here. Yeah, that's huge. That's really, really huge. Most people that talk about weight loss online are like, well, here's how to track your calories, and here's what you should eat, and here's what you shouldn't eat, and you're okay to have some cake every once, and I'll dip my toe into some of that stuff from time to time, but it's most of like, hey, I need to talk about the things that hurt. I need to talk about the things that maybe aren't so glamorous, the things that hurt a little bit, the things that make me cry. Because when I work through that, when I'm able to talk about that kind of stuff and get that out of the way, it's it becomes a lot easier to not turn to my old coping mechanisms. Because I'm coping with the things that I'm doing, or I am coping with the things that I'm doing to my body ultimately, because I'm not able to talk about the way that I feel. I'm not just ravenously hungry. I'm sad. I'm not just ravenously hungry. feel like I don't have any control in my life. Not the only thing I do have control over is the food that is currently in front of me right now. So, and which is not to say that other people's information isn't valuable, but it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say education has run its course either, but there's some information out there where they're just kind of rehashing the same bit of information over and over again. Sugar's fine. You're allowed to have it in moderation. We all fucking know that. We all know. And no one gives a shit about the studies, unfortunately. I would love it if people cared about studies, but they don't. Otherwise, we wouldn't have fucking arguments with people all day. I almost said idiots, but that's not the case. The people who are afraid of seed oils aren't dumb. They've just been told by people that they believe are smarter than them that seed oils are evil. It's not about this anymore. It's about, like, let's talk about how we feel so that we don't have to turn to the coping mechanisms anymore. Let's talk about how we feel so that we don't want to die in a bowl of ice cream, I don't like how you Americans say yogurt. You're going to have to, Amy Willow, please send me a voice message where you say it, because I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it. The English language is a bastardization of about 12 other languages. Exactly. It's fine to a point, but the stomach is protesting as it gets too much. Well, Anna, the thing is, like, I don't feel sick when it starts coming back up. Like, it's not an illness thing. It's just like, oh, too much. Come back. I don't know what that is. I don't have, like, a dairy thing. TBH, lately I'm feeling into trying novel flavors when I have desserts and ice cream, like fall flavors. Sarah, that's my whole thing now. I am a novelty person. Back in the day, it was always like, okay, well, I know this is good, so I'm going to have it. Well, no, I want to try new stuff now. I'm going to get different things. Even if I liked the thing I liked before, okay, cool. I can come back. If I want it tomorrow, I'll come back tomorrow, and I'll have it. But I want to try new stuff now. And that's why you're my fave, Mike. I don't watch anyone else's show. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. I know this is a little bit, unprofessional and off kilter, but if I can provide you anything, even if it's just company, I appreciate the opportunity to get to do that. I lost a good amount of weight cutting out sugary coffee. Ooh, this is the thing. A lot of you are going to get real upset with me when I say you don't like coffee, you like cream and sugar. It's true, and you don't need caffeine. You'll never get a blood test and have a doctor tell you you're deficient in caffeine. You don't need it. You just need water. You are dehydrated, and caffeine works towards dehydrating you. You didn't used to have more energy when you were younger. You're just dependent on something that makes you tired. None of you need caffeine. But, Mike, I love it. Okay, then have decaf. Try it. If you don't like it, you can get the other stuff. Try it. Just try it. See what happens. Guaranteed, if you drank a cup of decaf next to a cup of caffeinated coffee, you wouldn't know the difference. I literally downloaded this app 1 hour ago for this live. Incredible. I'm sorry that the first live you got into, I got naked. How do we go up from here? How am I supposed to top this next time? There's a local creamery near you. Oh, that sounds great. Blueberry cheesecake ice cream. God. Oh, hang on. Just got to make sure we're good. I do have to get off here in just a few minutes. But the rat studies. Yeah, fuck the rat studies. Vanilla ice cream with chocolate ripple and orange crisp. Oh, Mike, what are your least favorite foods? Pickles. Disgusting. Non-scale victory. I remembered to say thank you for listening instead of I'm sorry this weekend when I did my talking too much on a subject thing. Yeah, it's actually something I called Chris Terrell out on a while ago on his podcast. When he had me on his podcast, he had apologized for making a really good point. And I'm like, hey, hold on a second, Chris Terrell. Wait up. What are you apologizing for? This is a conversation. This is a two-way street. And I posed something, and then you posed another thing that added value to this conversation. What are you apologizing for? We don't apologize. We say thank you for listening. Food is an experience over food in large quantities. We have fetishized quantity. We don't like quantity. We really don't. I wish we could banish I'm sorry from the Discord. Well, the thing is, like, I'm sorry is okay. It's an okay thing to do, but, like, most of you are saying I'm sorry about things that you don't need to be sorry about. I like PSLs as a sweet... What is a PSL? But I'm not fooling anyone and saying I'm doing it for the caffeine because my ADHD brain loves to sleep on stimulants. No. You have a call. I do have a call. Yes, shortly, but not yet. And our armoring C. Oh, boo. Hold on. Can I block? Oh, I can ban. Okay, we can ban. We got it. We got the bot. Don't worry. Why is it that the bot can post in here, but Sarah can't say get the fuck out of here? That's not fair. Is it me or does Hershey's taste like they put cheese on it? I think it tastes like cheese. Yeah, it tastes and smells a little bit like throw up. It's not good. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, great. I've got people. Caffeine helps my ADHD, so I'm not on pills. Wow, interesting. Bot be gone. Are you able to see that I banned somebody? Hi, dude. Hey, Leo, what's going on? Glad to see. I'm actually, unfortunately, just about to leave. Catherine, if you have a weight loss question, please share it. Love to see. The whole world agrees about Hershey's. Yeah, Hershey's is garbage chocolate. Though, I will say, for whatever reason, they figured out the almond chocolate. The Hershey's almond. I don't know if they're using a different chocolate there, but it's different. It's better. Anyone else going to rewatch this later just for the LOL of it all? I'll keep it up if anybody. I mean, nothing despicable is there. So, you wanted to send you my drawing. Oh, send me an Instagram DM. Yeah, send it my way. I will make sure to check in my requests for it. Tapping to reply doesn't work for me. I don't know anything about the do you guys have Maltesers? No, I don't think we do. Oh, that's what are they called? No, not milk duds. What are they called? The fucking little balls. We have a version of this. It's just not called that. It's called something else, and it's slipping my mind at the moment. I think when you start loving your body and soul, that's when you start loving the journey. Oh, that's for sure. I mean, the whole thing I do here is just trying to help people accept Whoppers. It's Whoppers. Yes. Well, yes, Whopper. They're called Whoppers. Yeah, they're okay. I don't mind it. Almond Joys are great. I really do like Almond Joys, and perhaps I began to love Almond Joys as a child. This is me thinking in real time, because nobody liked Almond Joys for whatever reason. People just demonize coconut, even though it's delicious. So I would always end up with the Almond Joys because I'd be like, well, I'll take them. Oh, cool, more candy? Yeah, sure. So I would just take everyone's Almond Joys and mounds, and maybe that's why I like them so much. Maybe I don't actually like them, or I would have chosen them otherwise, but maybe it was just like the association with, getting some extra chocolate I wasn't expecting to have. Almond Joys are so good. I traded my brother. Yeah, but they're awesome. I think I might be wrong here. Snickers almonds. I don't know they made a Snickers almonds. I'd have to look into that. Except coconut is good. Yeah, coconut's great. Coconut is gross. I get it, kind of. But it just tastes so damn good. No, you're wrong. Never mind. I don't get it. I hope you're in his Discord. This is a great question to crowdsource. Hold on. Let me make sure I looked at that. How do you manage to keep up with your diet, etc., when the rest of your schedule is so packed and stressful, you feel like you can't even breathe? How can you even everything out? I don't know if this makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. And yes, if you are not in the Discord, I would love for you to be there because I do have to leave here in a couple minutes. That all being said, the things I talk about and the things I actively think about are two very different categories. I talk about things in a very general perspective that's meant to reach everybody. I don't think about all the things that I talk about. My schedule is fairly just in the background. It just kind of happens as I live. my food is like all figured out for the most part. I spent a little bit of time thinking about it to get to a point where I could put it in the background, but I don't think about it constantly. I'm correcting in real time. If there's something that, like I'm conferring with my hunger signals from time to time, like especially when I'm out. I'm like, do I want something? No? Cool. Great. I'll have something later. 5 seconds of thought that can save me 1,500 calories easily. Because, I'll be out driving and I'll see like a fast food place or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I could try that. Why? Because it's there or because I want it? I don't make decisions based on if I saw it while I'm out. I can have Whataburger, but I have to leave the house going out to want it. Like, I have to want it when I left to go get it. It can't be, oh, Whataburger, that sounds good. I'll come back and get it. Like, what do you do after the 5450 story to get better? That is something I don't have time for at the moment, but you and I can talk about that, or I can talk about it in the Discord, because I am going to have to pop out of here. But, hey, everybody, thank you for being here. I've got a call here in a couple of minutes. So I would like to announce really quick, I've not done this anywhere except the broadcast channel on Discord or Instagram. I'm going to be launching a group course, group coaching course. It's going to be either 8 or 12 weeks. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to be doing a small group instruction. It's obviously it's a little bit like less intense than my one-on-ones, but a little bit more intense than, just buying somebody's program. If that's something that you seem like you might be interested in, having a bit more of a closer instruction with somebody and a small group of people that are all trying to do the same thing you're doing. We're going to talk about how to get your calories in check. We're going to talk about your basal metabolic rate and your total daily energy expenditure, all that shit. I'm going to have a dietitian pop in at some point. I'm going to have a personal trainer pop in at some point. All your questions will be answered. You will have, again, a group of people who are all doing the same stuff that you're doing. That kind of thing. If you have any questions about this, join the broadcast channel on Instagram, because that's where I've been running stuff lately for that. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate you all tremendously. I don't think anybody saw my my secret bits. But if you did, I'm sorry. Be kind be kind to yourselves. I've been told that if I don't leave a delay, it cuts off. So I'll say be kind to yourself, and then we'll wait a couple of minutes. Be kind to yourself, everyone. Join the Discord if you haven't. And there's nothing more important coming after that. I'm just waiting a few seconds to end the stream.